the 22nd of December. Now you're joining me in my kitchen today and we're going to attempt making candy cane chocolate fudge. Now I got this recipe, I basically bought a knitting pattern. It was a knit along, so you got different parts of a pattern all month long, and you got some days you got a story and things. And what I was expecting it to be, was a knitted gnome, because I wanted to knit a gnome from my youngest son's bedroom because he's got gnome bedding. But it turns out the knit along wasn't a gnome, but I didn't get a chance to start it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that knit along in January, even though it was meant to be December. So yeah, it'll be still, because it's winter and it's something to look forward to. Because I must admit, the thought of Christmas being over, I'm going to stand back here actually, the thought of Christmas being over already fills me with dread in a way. So yeah, that month it's something to look forward to, and I can think about all the other things. Now I've done those, I spent a lot of that year thinking I've got to get these mini sweaters knitted. I'm not going to have that kind of pressure. Well, I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on myself next year. As much as I enjoyed them, I want a bit more of a relaxing year. Lots of dressmaking, well, just, you know, mice making, you know, doll clothes making. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fun year ahead. So anyway, let's make this. Now I've done a little bit of prep already, so it's looking a little messy. So the butter, you have to weigh it in millimetres. Luckily my weighing scales, I'm sorry the top of my head is cut off in this, it's not if I stand back, it's just that I wanted you to be able to see a bit of the counter. So yeah, that's why. Okay, if it's a bit annoying, I'm really sorry. So it tells you to grease a 20 by 20 centimetre pan, which is an 8" by 8", which luckily I've already got one of these anyway. And then it says roughly chop the chocolate. So, and the chocolate, I'll tell you how much of that you need. So the butter, I needed 30 millilitres, or it gives you in 2 TB, it says, or margarine. So I've done that. I just cut cubes off my butter because it was cold when I did that. Hopefully it's coming to room temperature. I've already weighed out the evaporated milk and in a jug, and that's 160 ml. And I am filming this, I'm just checking I'm filming this. So then it says to roughly chop the chocolate, and the chocolate you need is 350 grams of semi-sweet baking chocolate. Now I'll show you what I bought. Move that sugar out of the way a moment, because it's in the way. Because I didn't want to know what they meant by semi-sweet, I bought 2 milk and 1 dark, because I thought, well, the dark would calm down the sweet in the milk, wouldn't it? But I didn't want to go all dark, just because of, you know, my family, they might not be used to the dark chocolate. And what did I say, how much of it? 350 grams. Now in here, 150, so there's 300 just in here, and then I've got all that left over. So yeah, I'm going to weigh some out and just mix it up a little bit. And it wants you to bash it, chop it. I'll get a plate. I've got my Barbie Christmas jumper on, and I've tied back my hair. So we don't want my hair in this, do we? So I've got to change this to grams now. So shall I start with the dark? I'll put half a bar of dark and a whole bar of milk, and I'll see how that's looking. I bought this from Aldi. You get 150 grams in each of these, and there was only about, I can't remember how much they were, maybe 65p each. I might be getting that wrong. I basically bought all the ingredients from Aldi, apart from the peppermint. My son's girlfriend got that from Tesco. 190, what did I say? 350, right, again. So with one whole bar of that and half a bar of the dark, there's 226. I think I'm going to go with more milk chocolate, not more dark. 351. I want to try this. It's baking chocolate. Not bad. Yeah, it's really quite tasty. No bad aftertaste or anything. So we've got to break this, chop this chocolate up. It says. I don't really want to start chopping at chocolate with a knife and little bits of chocolate flying all over the place. You might be able to hear the pitter patter of little dog feet. I've got 2 chihuahuas. Holly's by my feet. Yeah, and she's waiting for things to drop. I don't want to poison my dog for Christmas. And Rafe's on this side. He's not getting too close because Holly might tell him off, tell him to go away. They get a bit protective of their owners. I don't feed my dogs anymore. I haven't done it for years. Well, I've done it occasionally when my husband's a bit late back from work. And yeah, just because of their protectiveness of me, it was just to, you know, I wanted them to be more bonded with the other members of family. I suppose you could save some time with this by buying chocolate drops, which Aldi did have, but it was a more expensive way of, you know, per gram of chocolate. And I didn't know I hadn't read the recipe, what it would entail. So maybe that would have been my better option with the dogs. Anyway, I've kind of just broke it up by hand. So that was the second. You grease your pan. Not with the butter that you've already measured. I did it with extra butter. And you roughly chop your chocolate. And I can eat some more. The bit I had earlier. Now it says to place your candy canes in a sturdy plastic bag and smash with a mug or a rolling pin. Keep the larger chunks and don't let it all become candy dust. So this is a soup bag. It's got a gusset at the bottom. These are from Lakeland, I think. So I'll put that on the weighing scale. And what is it measured in? It's actually measured in grams, thank goodness, or 4 large. Grams I'm used to. So one of those weighs 11 grams. So probably about, what did we say? 50 grams, probably 5 of these then. Might be a little bit over. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open all these and come back to you. Right, I'm back. I've adjusted the camera a little bit. So yeah, that was 5 and it's coming to 51 grams. So I'll get a rolling pin. And it says they don't want you to turn them into dust. They want you to keep the chunks larger, basically. This is an icing sugar roller. I'm not to mute the sound, okay? How it's looking, bit chunky. So I'm doing this in the right order. It says you can do it with a mug or rolling pin. Now mix the sugar, evaporated milk and butter in a large saucepan and over a medium heat, stirring frequently. So I haven't weighed out the sugar yet. I'm going to put it directly into the pan. And the sugar, 400 millilitres. This is odd for UK people. You don't weigh sugar in millilitres here. By the time I've done it, I've forgotten. I've got a memory of my middle son came and woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He came around my side of the bed and he scared the life out of me. Yeah. So I can laugh about it now. I didn't like get cross or anything. I was a bit of a zombie actually. He wanted me to put £2 in his account so he could buy this plane on his game that he has been waiting a long time for, and it just happened to drop in the night. Why he was still up at that time? I suppose, you know, he's 19, isn't he? So yeah, he does do things out of the ordinary sometimes. 400 millilitres, and then we've got to add the butter and the evaporated milk, which the evaporated milk, it's 160 ml, sugar 400 ml, and butter 30 ml. Again, I'd measure it in grams normally, butter. I might get a spatula if there's one free. Oh, I've got a Christmas one here. Give it a little wash. I've not used it yet. I bought these for my friends actually this Christmas. I didn't wrap them, so I'm not ruining the surprise. I put them in the gift bag. So I'll put that over here a moment. I've got a simmer pad. It's metal, so the heat doesn't get too hot, so I'm going to use that. Now I've put that on the lowest heat. Should we light the candle? I'm going to light the candle. Right. These are lovely. I love these. I've got that on the lowest heat, on the simmer. I just want to read ahead. Put the pan over here. So when I've done that for stirring frequently, so not constantly, it says bring to a boil, then reduce to a heat to medium to low, and then continue to cook for 3 minutes, stirring constantly at that point. Then remove from heat, stir in the peppermint extract. Oh gosh, I best get that. Right, I'm back. Yeah, we're going to be stirring in, when that's all done, the peppermint extract, which is 1.5 teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons. So I've got that ready, and the peppermint. And we're going to be stirring in the chocolate, which we've got ready, and the marshmallows. Now the marshmallows, it's actually 14 large, these are small, or 90 grams. So we'll measure them out, ready. I'll give this a stir again. This is so low, I'm able to leave it while I do other things. I've done that on purpose. Right, it's on millilitres. Let's get it back on grams. And it was 90. I think the pattern that I bought, the knitting pattern, if you want to do it along with me in January, it's Snow Matters and it's on Ravelry. So I've got to get it into my head. I'm going to be stirring in those marshmallows, the chocolate, until smooth. And you have to place that on the low heat again, but make sure the chocolate doesn't burn. And then you pour into your greased pan and you sprinkle these on top, and then we're going to be putting it in the fridge for a couple of hours. So what I'll do is, you won't worry, I'll put it in the fridge and then it'll be no time to you, and we'll come back. Maybe we'll do some advent calendars in between or something. So this is how it's looking so far. It hasn't even melted together. I've just got to remind myself of what it wants me to do. Bring it to a boil and then reduce the heat and continue to cook for 3 minutes, stirring constantly. Still stirring. It's not come to the boil yet. I've whacked the heat up a little bit to encourage it along. Right, it's all melted. I know I don't need to stir constantly at the moment because of the high heat I've put, well not high, medium heat I've put on. I just want to keep stirring. When it starts bubbling, I'm going to tell Alexa to set 3 minutes. Won't say it too loud. I'll be back soon. Alexa, how long left?
You have 30 seconds left on your 3-minute timer.
Right, I'm going to put in the chocolate and the marshmallows. I'm going to stir that in as the recipe said. Oh, and the peppermint extract. What was it? 1.5 teaspoons, wasn't it? Right, let's get stirring. That's how it's looking. So I'm guessing I'll stir it until smooth, it says. I'm going to get it on here now so I can really get some elbow grease into it. It's setting rather quickly actually. Even though it's not totally smooth, I'm tempted to get it out while it looks a little marbled. Yeah, I was concerned if I left it in there any longer, I don't think I'd have got it out. Right, I'll smooth it out a bit. I'm sorry that I don't have an overhead camera. I probably should have got my son involved who's doing media. It looks like chocolate mousse. Do you know what? I said it looked all marbled. It doesn't really now. I need to get a bit more out. Right, I think we need to get that. That's how it's looking. We need to get these on quickly. I'm thinking I might put one more candy cane in this, just to fill around the edges. Right, I'm going to push those in a little bit, just so I know they'll stick in it. Right, I am going to let this cool down because it's too hot to go in the fridge. When it's cooled down, I'll pop it in the fridge and then I'll show you when it comes out. I am going to have a taste of this. It's very good. I can't wait to try it later. Welcome back. Now the fudge, I've just left it in the kitchen and I've put a tub of ice underneath it and just covered it because I just don't want to put it in the fridge, because my husband, he went to Aldi really early this morning and got a load of shopping, and I don't want to make all the food go bad by putting something warm in the fridge, do I? So I thought I'll come and do this, leave it to cool down, and then I'll get it in the fridge and get it out later. So we'll open the advent calendars. So I've already opened Harry Potter mini, and Harry got Hedwig. So we've already had a Hedwig in the other, ooh, it's gone. As I was saying, we've already had a Hedwig elf in the other calendar. So Harry's got one. But this Harry's got one now, and he can sit on his arm like that, look. He's fallen off a couple of, it's because I turned his head so we could see. Now I've got some things out of my calendar, and it's a mixture of things, and it's doll related things. I can see that it's sewing related tomorrow, but doll related today. So we've got another pair of sunglasses. These are animal print ones. I might give these to dear Forest here. She's in here. She is the latest release Blythe doll. I'll just take that off. She's got her little bag from Beth Rand's them, but the price is still hanging off it. She's already got a lot of accessories, this doll. So as I say, she's a proper and official Blythe. And she's obviously the latest one to come out. There will be another one, a blonde lady. You can pre-order her at the moment. I haven't pre-ordered her because I've got a second Fighting Milk doll. If you've seen my previous videos. Oh, there we go. They suit her, don't they, with her autumnal kind of, colour clothing. Right, we'll open the Barbie calendar. I'll show you my knitting as well. Oh, and I've finished my dress properly. I measured 10 centimetres from the bottom skirt all the way around with a chalk, cut it with some dressmaking shears, then I turned over about 1/4 of an inch and ironed it. I just eyeballed it, and 1/4 of an inch again, and ironed it, pinned it and sewed round. So yes, my dress is ready. I have tried it on, like it, but I haven't had any photographs taken in it, but I'll make sure that you see what it looks like now. However, I would make a longer one as well and have one with a bigger ruffle, but I think for this occasion I'm going to have it like this. Oh my goodness, girls. I've already had this discussion with some of you in the comments about the shoes. Now a girl, you're right, can never have enough shoes. But we've waited a long time for shoes, and now she's had shoes 3 days in a row. She's got some like ankle boots this time. Don't get me wrong, I am not unhappy getting shoes, no way. It was just how long she was barefoot for. That was the infuriating thing. And then getting shoes 3 days in a row. I wonder what time it is now, actually. My husband was having a tennis match at 2 o'clock for an hour. He's come back. I'd say it's before 4, maybe between 3 and 4 without looking at the times. Here we go, Barbie. I think she looks nice in those though, do you? I think my mini Barbie is going to be very happy with all these shoes. Well, how I dress my mini Barbie is I've lost a shoe. I either like to put her in things that I've already got, so we're kind of twinning, or I like to dress her in how I'd like to dress. I haven't had a long time on my mini, really, and obviously I was only new to Blythe this year, so there's lots of things I want to make for them, but I need time to do it. But over time I think they'll have a great wardrobe and accessories and things. That looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, really practical. They're the sort of thing where they give her a bit of height, but they still look pretty comfortable with the platform, don't they? I'm really very happy with those. I'll sit her back down here. Oh, what else did I get? So what I got in my calendar, did I show you anything? Oh, the sunglasses, and this was another freebie. This was what something came with what I'd ordered from AliExpress. It might have been like a doll body or something, because I change the body sometimes. I got some hair accessories, so I put that in there as an extra. And now this came with a fashion pack which I bought from AliExpress, and it's for, I'm not going to tell you who it's for, but you're going to see it soon. But these came with it, so I'll talk about these again when I get to it. But they're doll size Christmas biscuits basically. Now I will photograph these, but there's a heart one saying Merry Christmas, I think it says. Yeah. A gingerbread house, a snowflake, a Christmas tree, so they're like iced biscuits basically, a gingerbread man, and a stocking. So they're lovely for the dolls to have on their, like for dioramas on their plates or in their hands and things. So yeah, I'll have lots of fun photographing those. Just pop them all on there. Right, we'll open the Harry Potter advent calendar. Oh, and I've got a Nordic sweater to show you, and my knitting, if I haven't mentioned it already. Right, 22 is here. It's that sort of size. I hope you've enjoyed being in my kitchen today. I haven't watched that bit of video. I've just literally gone from there to here, so I haven't watched that video back, so I don't know how bad it is. Obviously, my videos are very sort of amateur, semi-amateur, I'd say. Well, confident amateur, maybe. It's a newspaper. I think totally amateur video maker is someone who isn't editing their videos, but I do edit mine, don't I? It's just probably the filming, because I'm doing it all myself. Yes, it's the Daily Prophet, the newspaper that the wizards have. And there's a story about the boy who lived. I bet you could actually read these if you had a magnifying glass up close. You could have a good look at that. Right, I'll pop that on there. So, right, we'll go to Nordic sweater. So number 22, it's a lovely mustard colour. It's really nice, isn't it? And the one I've taken off is this one. Very bumblebee looking. So basically that's the same colour. That's the golden nugget, and that's the golden nugget. That's Pete and that's Cloud Dancer, which is more of a cream colour. So I'll dress a wooden man. Right, I think while I'm in here chatting with you, I think my family are booking to go and see Wonka at the cinema. So that will be fun, won't it? So there we go, isn't it lovely? It's really, really nice. And I will hang up the other one on the washing line, which I love that. I tend to film that at the end, and I really love how that is looking. Right, I'll show you my knitting. Now, because of the time of day, I haven't done any more rows of the Onion Carlos's stocking because I haven't got them yet. Have to wait until 5:20 and then I get those rows, and then I have to do them in the evening. But I did show you what I'd done yesterday at the very end of my video. I just basically filmed it on the bed, but I thought I'd get it to show you properly. So this is where I'm at. This is the new bit. Now I think it might be a Christmas tree or a forest maybe. And then there's these bits that are starting to pop up here, which I don't know. So I'm really looking forward to the next 6 rows because it might reveal what the next bit is like. But yeah, this is how it's looking. Now the bullfinch stocking, I've done another row or 2, but the piece that I'm doing, it's a rather wide border bit I'm doing on that bullfinch stocking, and it's actually a repeat of one of the ones I did down here, and I know that one took me a while to do. So yeah, I might get that a bit more, maybe get that section complete before I bring it back to you, or it all depends, because I don't know how much I'm going to get done tonight either, because I'm going to the cinema I think now to see Wonka. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the Oompa Loompa. Have you seen the ad for it? Oh, actually, if you follow my page on Facebook, Claire Who Makes Things, I've shared a link to my favourite Christmas advert, and my favourite one is the TK Maxx one, and it's Christmas on the Farm. It's really short, but yeah, it's just tickled me, and yeah, reminds me a bit my husband and I. And I probably wouldn't have, if it was me, I wouldn't have bought the things probably, I would have made them. That's the only difference. But yeah, I did find it quite relatable actually. So yeah, I really loved it. So yeah, that's how I'm looking. So yeah, so later on I'm going to do my 6 rows. So I may show you those today, I may show you them tomorrow. It all depends on what happens, because obviously I haven't edited any video as of yet. I've just done lots of filming. So yeah, it all depends. I thought I was going to get the video to you really early yesterday because of the time I did the calendars, and I still got it to you really late. Yeah, so we just see how it goes. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it here, but I'll definitely show you my peppermint and maybe some knitting. So yeah, I'll check in a bit later with things, and yeah, I'll do my little music video at the end. And hopefully you did see my music video from yesterday and saw my cat. That was an empty tub of cottage cheese that Buttons had his head in. But I'm not sure if everybody saw it, because what happened is YouTube, I'm really sorry about this, I watched my video back and YouTube had put a lot of ads in my video, and as soon as I said bye, they put an ad on. So I'm thinking, I really hope people realise that there was still that music video at the end. So hopefully you did see it anyway. And yeah, and if it isn't today, I'll definitely show you my dress at some point, how it's looking now. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.